It's a startling statistic. The American Cancer Society says more than 310,000 women are diagnosed with an invasive form of breast cancer every year.
And more of those newly diagnosed women are under the age of 50, which is 10 years before the recommended age of their first mammogram.
We're seeing people, for reasons we don't know, being diagnosed younger and younger.
Dr. Ashley Simpson specializes in breast surgical oncology. Dr. Simpson believes young women need to be aware of their family history of the disease and to advocate if they suspect something is wrong.
Knowing that history, you might have an opportunity to screen earlier. If patients don't have any history of breast cancer, then really we encourage patients to be very aware of their breast health and do self-breast exams and monitor for any changes.
According to the Cleveland Clinic, a woman under the age of 45 may have a more advanced form of the disease because routine screenings for breast cancer don't usually start until age 40. Additionally, younger women might not recognize symptoms or write them off as hormonal. In North Carolina, a 29-year-old band teacher learned she had advanced breast cancer after visiting more than a dozen doctors over a 2-year period.
Reporter Claire Kopsky shows us the inspiring lessons she learned from her students before her diagnosis and during her treatment.
Come on in, come on in, come on in.
For some teachers,
this is what I want to hear. Part 1.
Day in,
no, part 2.
Day out,
part 2
is so much more than a job.
1, 2, 3. I absolutely do love what I do. Even on the days I hate it, I love it.
Hunter Huss High School band director Heaven Watson-Weary believes it takes a village to raise a child.
I love being a village member. 6 days a week, I really get a chance to know them. I really get a chance to make a connection with them.
That connection became her lifeline overnight.
We would be at competitions sometimes and I'm legitimately sick. Throwing up behind the bus, kids would bring me water and bring me snacks. These kids kept me alive.
While she and her 13 doctors never thought breast cancer was a possibility at age 29, after more than a year of tests, she had an answer.
The biopsy showed stage 3 inflammatory estrogen-positive breast cancer.
A wave of relief to have a diagnosis that she says only turned sad when her doctor told her to say goodbye to her students.
That meant I wouldn't get to do this. And that's what made me want to fight, because I was like, I am not taking 2 years off from this. Not because of me, but because I have students. They're going to college. They need to be prepared for their auditions.
While she was out going through 6 rounds of chemotherapy and 21 rounds of radiation, these students were holding the candle.
We didn't want that to hinder everything that she's built up to now.
These now seniors helped run rehearsal, recruit new students, and run the annual band camp.
It taught me a lot about commitment.
Did it give anyone a newfound respect for Miss Watson?
Yes,
absolutely.
I don't want to work with children when I grow up.
16 counts, measures 15 through 18. Let's do it, please.
Valuable lessons that meant even more when Miss Watson returned to the band.
Band set.
Cancer-free.
I never rang a bell. I never did any type of celebration, not because I didn't want to, but for me, just being alive was the celebration. Just being able to come back in the building was the celebration.
5, 6, 7, 8.
A celebration that played out every weekend on the field as these students and their teacher made music together.
I can't thank them enough for seeing my vision and understanding how great I want them to be.